Good evening, everybody, and it's Friday night, Friday evening. It's always that great Friday feeling. And I'm delighted to have Paul Tait, aka the Badguru, live with me. Just come out of Kelvin Grove Park. How you doing, Mister? Great to see you.
I'm good, doing great. How are you, Lilia? How's
I'm
your
awesome.
day?
Yeah, great day. I've actually been quite productive today. I've been trying a bit slow getting my brain back into gear after being away, but it's all good. Oh, what's happened? Oh dear. Paul has just dropped out. I'm not quite sure what's happened. Oh, there you go.
I sorry, somebody was calling me there.
Yeah. Okay. So, listen, we obviously had a chat earlier on, and you have got an amazing 12-step program, really, for want of a better word. You were telling me you're going to launch an online kind of support group with like over a couple of hundred people joining in, all doing it together. And we all know the huge power of the collective and doing these things together, energetically, but also just motivationally, where we can keep each other inspired. So I was like, right, come on, we need to jump on a live and talk about this because these challenges, we do monthly challenges, they work really, really well. So let's just start. Obviously, you did a phenomenal podcast with what's the guy's name?
Jim King.
Jim King, yeah. And so if people want to find out the background, we can talk about that another time. But I think really this time I'll put the link to that podcast in the box there so that people can watch it and get the background in your story. But basically, you've had just quite a transformational journey from a lot of fear and negativity, to say the least. You need to watch this podcast, guys. It is blow your mind. And then obviously to this phenomenal sort of journey that you're on now, helping so many people. So how did you get these 12 steps? How did they come to you? Or tell me the story.
Everyone for the past few years, they've been asking me, what do you do every day? What are the practices that you do to turn up the way you do every day? Strong, happy, healthy, confident, positive. I didn't intend to write a program. I had no intention ever to write a program. I was still trying to understand what was going on in my own life without thinking about trying to guide anybody else. What with the things I was doing, people started to notice. And it was just because people asking me, what do you do every day? Then I was talking to my son and he was saying, well, we need to write these things down and just see, and then we can start to people can start to use them and implement them. We started, and then the number one thing is breathing into your stomach. Switch yourself from fight or flight into homeostasis. Number one, that's what you need to survive every day. And if we can use the breath, yeah, definitely survive. Also use it to heal the body. And then with the practice, the methods that you use as well, then release, express energy from the body that we've accumulated all through life. There's so many different reasons to breathe a certain way or to choose not to breathe a certain way. And it's to heal the body, heal the mind. And that was the reason why we started with number one. And then we originally it was 10 rules for life. That's what it was originally. And then we had a bonus one. And then I thought we need to have believe at the end. What we're going to do is we have already around 200 people going to do the program. We're going to start it on Monday. We were going to start it last week with a couple of members of the team weren't available. We're going to start it on this Monday coming and prove the power of the collective, what you're always talking about. I was thinking about it today when we've got that 200 people, and then we start to tell people, we start to advertise it over the weekend and maybe get thousands of people doing this and with the intention to heal their body, heal their mind. And so much power in this.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. And that's always the big challenge, isn't it? Getting people to pull together. I remember when I got my job at Tony and Guy, this kind of really big hairdressing franchise, when I was just turned 40, and it was amazing, all these haircuts. And then I got in, I was like, right, we can do this. And then it was just all the in-house fighting. And I was like, why are you not all pulling together to make this the most incredible experience? And, and I think that's what Joe Dispenza's done with his incredible advanced retreats. You've got 1,500 people in these rooms, sometimes 2,000, that all want the best for each other, that are all doing the meditations, that are all trying. There's nobody really going, well, I hope they don't get it. They're meditating. Do you know what I mean? They're meditating better than me. It's just a different energy. And if we can bring that to the masses, people always say to me, and somebody just said it to me yesterday, we'll not see this change in our lifetime. And I'm like, I will. I totally believe that. Because we can look what happened. The world gets shut down in a week. That's what's possible, if we all decide, because the power, as we know, is with the people. And if we can just get people to see, or get enough people to see and pull together, then the job's done.
Yep.
It's really not rocket science. And that's what I love about your steps. But tell me this, does it seem, I know the power of simplicity, right? Because it is simple. Everything that you're going to talk about right now, everybody will they'll be going, I can do that. But it's almost like we want it to be complicated, don't we? Do people say to you, it can't be that simple?
Always. Every single day. The most simple thing is just switching the way you breathe, and then it'll heal your body. Everything in life is so simple. People make it complicated. I believe people make it complicated to sound more intelligent than they are a lot of the time. But break it down to simple steps. These are simple steps, and these are just, well, if you don't believe me, don't believe me. And if you don't believe me, prove me wrong if you think I'm talking nonsense. No, please, I would love anybody to prove me wrong. Mm-hmm. When you try and just incorporate these into your life will transform beyond belief. Your body will transform beyond belief. Your whole being will transform beyond belief. Because I'm living proof, walking, talking, living proof of what this programme does. And I follow it religiously every day and always try and do my best every single day. And that's what everybody can do. These practices broken down. If you embody these practices, you do this for the next 3 months, people will start to say you'll lose weight, your skin will start to get brighter, you'll start to stand up straighter, you'll be more confident, there'll be a change that will happen within you. And this is guaranteed. As I see it, I watch people, the progression, when I take them through this, and I watch the transformation in their mind, in their body, and how they turn up to life, in their attitude. Everything transforms, and because you're putting a intentional practices into your life that you know it's going to help you. And it's simple, and people just don't make time. And they say, oh, I'm too busy. I say, how long do you take on TikTok? How long do you take on Instagram? How long do you do this or that? Nobody's too busy, and these take 30 minutes of your day. If you're meditating, breathing into your stomach in 30 minutes of your day, your body then that'll start to be the program. And what I teach with the breathing into your stomach, just the first choice. When you go to bed at night time, sellotape your lips closed, and then it'll make you breathe in through your nose, and that's the healthiest way to breathe. It filters out all dust and everything else. It heats up the air, and it's better for your body. And just to start to breathe right, you'll see the difference. I do this with people for 3 or 4 minutes. As soon as I meet them, if I'm going to start to work with them, I say, right, lie down on the floor, do this, get your feet up. And the difference in them, and in just a few minutes, you understand with your breath work. So the difference in people, the change is unbelievable, and people, they don't believe it until they experience it. So anybody that's got any doubts and think I'm talking rubbish, try it. Just try this practice. We've got videos there.
Well, you've already got lots of people that have tried it, haven't you? And are having great success. And I mean, it's like, oh, I tried that and it didn't work. No, you never. You did it for a day or 2 days, you get fed up and you went back to your old habits, and that's fine. But don't bullshit, and I know when I learned the Sedona method, that is the biggest thing people said to me. Welcome the feeling and let it go. Because at its essence, that's all it is. And nobody can believe that you can get rid of, deep, extreme trauma by doing that, but you can. Mm. So therefore, because they don't believe it can be that easy, they don't try it. And you're just like, it's so frustrating. Because it's the repetition, isn't it? The daily, You're just you're sailing the boat round that way instead of back where you don't want to go. So I love that. So can you talk us through this breathing? I mean, for me, the mouth breathing is a no-brainer. You're using your kind of scuba apparatus, and that's very powerful for losing weight as well, because you burn far more calories breathing through your nose than you do breathing through your mouth. Although some breath works when we're trying to get certain chemistry moving, we do use mouth breathing. But as a general rule of thumb, breathing through your nose is way, way, way the best thing. And the mouth taping, I don't know if you've seen, I bought them for my grandkids, where you can actually speak, but as soon as you stop speaking, it just closes the lips again. So it's a really good reminder. Although I don't know why they don't make them in a kind of see-through colour that doesn't make you look like a clown, but but the breath work, because I'm like, because we are absolutely obsessed by breath work and totally love it, it still blows me away the amount of people that haven't even tried it. They still don't really know. And again, maybe it is to do with belief systems, or I don't know what world you can be living in, that Wim Hof brought us to me, gave humanity the greatest gift in the West by getting this message out to us. There's Amy. Sing. Hi, Amy. So talk us through the 12 steps. And can anybody that's listening to this live or in catch up, can they join?
Yes, follow on badguru.world on Instagram, and it's 12 choices. 12 choices. This is what the programme's called, the 12 choices for life. It's a choice to do any of these things. And if you're in a situation, it's a choice to stay there, or it's a choice to do something different. Try this. It's a choice to be sick, and it's a choice to be healthy. And we can teach you how to allow your body to become healthy. Allow your body to create the environment within your body for it to become conducive to health rather than to the detriment of your health. Number one then is breathe into your stomach. And we show this. If you follow on badguru.world, there'll be a video we'll put out on Sunday night. Then we're just asking everybody, just repost the video, and then repost the video of me doing the demonstration, and then post your own video underneath, and just follow and like and whatever everybody does on social media. But join in just to make this a collective effort, and then see the change. We have people supporting each other as well. That's number one. Number two is high five yourself in the mirror. Make the important and the connection. The most important connection that you can make in your life is with yourself. So make that connection every single morning. High five that guy. I see this guy in the mirror and I give him a high five anyway. I think I give him a big smile. Why not? Oh, this is the guy that
absolutely
comes through life with you. You may as well have a good relationship with that guy or that lady.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much what you talk about in the podcast. It's like, if you can't love yourself, if you don't have a really peaceful, curious relationship with yourself, how can you have it with anyone else? I think that's so true. That it, and the fact that we're all still alive and still going, despite all the madness we've been exposed to, it's pretty cool, how incredible the survival mechanism within us humans and the spirit. The really amazing stuff that's happening all over the world right now. People are just not falling into that big fear trap anymore. Some are, but in general, there's lots of people going, no, enough is enough. So yeah, carry on, sorry.
And then number three, we have take time to meditate.
Aye, huge one.
Just breathing into your stomach, but just sitting up in an upright position. And then allowing all the energies, because human beings are antennas. That's why we're straight up. You catch all the energy, have yourself straight up. Any question, anything you want to know about your life, the answers are within you. So when I have a decision to make, I walk on it, I sleep on it, and I meditate on it, and the answer will come to you. All the answers to every single question you have in your life are inside of you. Nobody else has got the answers. There's nothing outside. There's only inside. And as soon as you realise that, it's an epiphany and your life changes. Because you understand it's you. You're the creator of your life. You're the co-creator. You're the director. You're the star. You're the cameraman. You're everything. You're the choreographer. Make it an amazing story. Make it an amazing movie that you're creating
Yeah,
there. Because you know everything about it. And meditating, and it's the stillness as well with the meditation. Just allow yourself to let the days go. Let any issues of the day, any problems, just take yourself out of that. Just have a wee break. Everybody needs a break every day just from all the stresses of life, because life is complicated. We're human beings. Human beings are complicated. If you just take time just for yourself and dedicate it, you become more resilient to the world. You become a stronger, deeper person with a good, strong connection with yourself, a strong connection with your own spirit. And
yeah,
that's so important. I believe we're in this society, we're overdosing on information and starving for wisdom. And the wisdom is looking within. Be reflective on your life. Ask yourself questions. Observe yourself, observe your life. You can't do that when you've got a phone in your hand or you've got 10 people speaking to you all the time. You can only strengthen the wisdom is developed through experience, but in isolation, where you understand and you start to look at yourself, start to question yourself, start to tell yourself the truth, and really look for the truth inside you. Because it's nowhere else, it's not anybody in anybody else's opinion, it's in your own heart where you find these things, and meditation allow you to get there.
yeah. And it's
Mm,
that stillness, isn't it? It's listening.
mm,
Ask and you will receive. There's loads and loads of seek and you
mm.
will find. Oh, that's we've heard all that, and we
Yeah.
know also at some level that's true. But if
Mm,
you have to sit and really listen in, don't you? And that's obviously where meditation and the
mm,
practice of allowing yourself to be off the phone, off away from people, and I did a course, effortless meditation, with a friend of mine just in January, and it was brilliant because it was so simple. She just took all the concepts and labels out of it. It was just like, shut up and sit down for 20 minutes a day, put a timer on, and that's it. And it's,
mm,
yeah, that's what I needed. I was like, because I've been big Joe Dispenza fan for a long time. I've done all his meditations, but I kind of been dipping in and out of it, and you know, but that was like, and also what I really loved when she explained it was that when you're in that, even just the fact you've got your eyes closed, right, and you're awake and you're upright, and then the body will start to delete a lot of the old files that it no longer needs, that are no longer serving you, all by itself. And I was
mm.
like, of course it does. We're a self-healing mechanism. It's not going to hold on to a lot of stuff but we need to give it the opportunity to do all the work that it needs to do. But usually we're putting too much food in before we go to bed. We're interfering. We've got the artificial lighting, and we're interfering in all these cycles that the body can naturally do everything it needs to do if we give it the space.
I
Brilliant.
have an unbelievable, even for people that do meditation, that meditate a lot, there's always things that we hold on to all through our lives. And I don't know where I learned this about forgiveness meditation one time. And I used to hold so much anger for people from throughout my life. And it was about 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I learned about this forgiveness meditation. So I thought, try it. And what it is sit there, stillness in your cross-legged position, sitting up. Close your eyes, and then bring the person you have the biggest issue with in your life, maybe the most recent, but when you start to make this intention about doing the forgiveness meditation, the person that you have the most anger towards or the most resentment or whatever it is, they'll come bang straight into your mind, and you'll see them and bring them straight forward and forgive them for whatever you perceive they've done to you. Then
Mm-hmm.
tell yourself you forgive yourself for the reaction and what the thoughts that you had for them, the malevolent thoughts. Then send them love from here, and you'll feel this. You'll feel something heating up here, and just picture them. If you're doing it at night time, picture them wherever they are. If they're lying in their bed, send it to them, and eventually it'll be enough and it'll finish, and then the next person, they'll come. And if this is the intention that you set, it just happened to me when that was the intention. I was doing the meditation, and I was there for about 3 hours with the amount of people that I had risen, honestly. There for about 3 hours, and the people just kept coming and coming and coming, and done the practice, brought them into view, forgave them, forgave myself, and then send them love wherever you knew where they would be. And then that's at a certain point somebody else. What happened after that? I always have tight shoulders, and my arms just started to move by themselves. They just started to move by themselves and spin themselves round as if it was tightly wound ropes, and they just started unraveling. But this with the intention of releasing this in the mind, then it moved itself and unwound it in the body. And this is what I teach, is the physical body, the first universal law, the law of mentalism. The universe is mental, the all is mind. The physical body is a representation of the mind. If you start to let these angers, resentments, jealousies, judgments go in the mind intentionally, the body just responds. And because the mind up here says we've let that go, transfers it down your spine to the mind down the brain down here, and it says, right, time for us to let it go. And unwind all your whole shoulders and let yourself be free. All these weights that we've packed on ourselves that we carry all through life. Because you have to carry these things. You have to carry it from day to day and have the resentment against the person. When you make a choice to forgive and to let it go, well, that's your choice. This brain is telling this brain, that's it, it's done. Let it go there, let it go here, and let's move on. That's unbelievable. Had some unbelievable results with that meditation.
Yeah, well, that's worthwhile sharing. I like Carolyn May. She said your biography becomes your biology, and I was like, that's just it, and therefore we're always trying to. Well, we don't use the word try. We're always looking at what we're thinking and adjusting it, and our words as well, obviously, because they're super important as well. What are we saying? Verb out loud, but what are we saying internally? Usually about ourselves, judging ourselves, and all of that. So yeah, fantastic, and for sure. I mean, obviously, that's my biggest passion, is letting go, and you can see the difference in people's faces and how they walk. And you see at Joe Dispenza's workshops, people that couldn't walk, once they've connected and let that energy flow, apparent miracles can happen and do happen.
I see them all the time. The people with cancer, they just reverse the cancer, reverse the process of the cancer. It's crazy, but we have, and when you were talking about earlier on, believe. To believe is choice number 12, is believe, because if you don't believe it, how can you ever achieve it?
Aye.
You have to believe, you have to trust in yourself. You want me to go through the rest of the choices as
Yes,
well? Number 4. Yes.
Just so that people, can decide if they want to join. It's good for them to go, right, okay, I could do that.
Right.
So far, so good.
Get through them. Right. Number 4 is get out in nature.
Yeah.
Human beings, they probably need, my teacher, the doctor I study with, he says human beings need 2 hours outside every day to absorb the energies from the sky and get sunlight and just be kind of part of the outside rather than being inside and blocked and locked away from everything. He told me 2 hours every day people need to absorb the energy from the sky, because there's energies that come every day with the sunlight and in the moonlight, and you have to absorb the different energies every single day. Yeah, nature heals you as well. As soon as I go out there, you just start to feel calmer and relaxed because of the resonance and whatever the vibration and the spirit of the trees and all the nature. You just start to resonate with you and you feel 10 times better. Number 5 is do something for someone else. Choice number 5. In the act of doing something for someone else, you get the reward. So crazy when you start to actively pursue this, somebody to help it. And you see why people that work in charities, you see them and they just help and support people all the time. There's such pride in their work, such an accomplishment and feeling a self-worth when they're out helping people. this is the reward that you receive for doing something for somebody else, and it can just be something you've no idea. The smallest thing can make the biggest difference in somebody's life. Like just such trivial things that I do for people, just kindness, a small act of kindness, and they come back a couple of months later and say, that thing that you done for me, and it's nothing. And it just made their day, it made some change, it made them believe in other human beings where they were in a point where they were just stuck and not believing in anything. And you can, if you're there, why not do it? You're there anyway, so might as well make somebody's day good rather than bad.
Yeah.
Give them a smile. So that, I smile at everybody, and everybody. I've got this thing that I sent to my mate, and I was sending him quotes. He had an injury in his brain, so I was trying to just get him right. Remember this every day, and remember this one, and remember this one, and then I would ask him a couple of days later, what was that one, and what was that one, and one of them, and I put it on his beside his name, was smile at the world, and the whole world smiles back. Just give somebody a smile, and it'll change their day, and it'll change your day, and spread that rather than anger and an angry face. Smile at the world, and the whole world smiles back. What are we on there? Number six. Number 6 is look at and change your attitude. If you're coming to any situation in your life and you're not getting what you want, and the situation is escalating or you're becoming angry, it's time for you to change your attitude. Change how you turn up to the situation. You change, because you can't change anybody in life. You can only change yourself. You can only change your own attitude. There is, as much as you try in the whole world, you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do.
Yeah.
You have to change your attitude and find another way. And then, what's the point in... Well, Einstein said the definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Change your attitude, change your way, try something different. Number 7, change anxiety to excitement.
Yes.
People suffer so much from anxiety, and even have meetings with strong big businessmen, and they're so anxious about certain aspects of their business and certain aspects of doing things. We can change that and just hack the brain by looking in the mirror, whatever your anxiety is about. Say it's a talk in front of colleagues or a presentation. When you're in this anxiety, well, it's a negative feedback loop that you're in. All you have to do, instead of worrying about that, speak out loud. Say, I'm so excited about this, and then list the positive things that can come out of having the positive experience and you being successful in this, and then start to list these things. And then you speak it out, your ears hear it, a different part of your brain processes it, and then your brain processes the information, says, oh, he's or she's not anxious about this, they're excited, and then it switches the feedback loop. And that's it, it's just spinning a bolt. Instead of spinning it down the way, just stop it and spin it up the way. And then it keeps spinning up the way until you can try and stop it again, but don't. Just keep on listing these things, and that's it. Change anxiety to excitement's only an expression in your mind. It's only a pattern that's coming across inside your mind. That's it. You have the ability to change this, switch it, and change it to an upward spiral. Simple. Try this. Number 8 is love yourself. 3 elements to a human being that I understand. And these are all just my theories here. Nothing's set in stone. No, 3 elements to a human being: mind, body, and spirit. We have to love our mind. By loving our mind, we remove toxic influences, news, negative people in your circles. Just eliminate them and then move on. You don't have to say to people, I'm never going to talk to you again in my life, but you just say to them, look, I need to put you off the board right now, and this is play chess, make sure your life's a chessboard, and pieces that aren't serving you right now, just put them at the side of the board until you're ready to play again. Start to surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people whose faces light up when they see you. That's when you know somebody's for you. Oh, and we meet up with people when I meet you, it's just a big massive smile and how you doing, and then a hug and everything, because you know that person, they care about you, they want the best for you, they want to support what you're doing, and they want to support, everybody wants to support each other. And then you go into certain rooms and you see people doing, give you a funny look, and then they change, and then they put the act on. So watch for the micro expressions and observe in your life. Your body. Well, you said earlier on about negative self-talk. That's one of the most important things about your body, because Bruce Lee said, do not speak bad of yourself even as a joke, because your mind doesn't know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we call it spelling is because we're casting spells. So if you're saying something negative, you're casting a spell on your body, and you're telling your body, because our words have real power. Love your body. Don't speak ill of it. Only praise yourself. Only talk yourself in a good light. Eat organic foods. No more poison. Remove fizzy juice, and remove these medicines that you're being prescribed by doctors and that as well, or these painkillers of it, and there's other ways to do this, and that's for your body, a lot of these products, the clothes that we wear, the detergents, everything, all these oils, creams and all that. And try and find an organic option. We have all these products in process just now, going through research and development, and going through development in labs to have a full organic range, because we need it. All these things that we're putting on our body and in our body, it's poisoning it. And then your spirit. Connect back with meditation, connect back with the spirit of the land, trees. Really give your body this, because this nourishes your body outside, in the nature, and surrounded by nature. It nourishes your body so much. Your feet on the grass, bare feet, walk in burns, drink out of burns. This water's got energy and information.
Absolutely.
Number 9, always tell the truth. Telling the truth won't get you many friends, but it will get you the right friends. When I started telling the truth, people just left in droves. I think this guy is crazy. This guy has lost the plot. I think he's fucking talking to mushrooms and all sorts. But I just kept on telling the truth. And then for a while, I never really had anybody. But I kept on telling the truth. And then these people from the next stage. Because what happens in your life is, if you're one person, you're going a certain way, and you just go, I'm not feeling this, I want to do something else. What will happen is, if you separate from the people that were around you when you're pretending, basically, and you're in your persona, and creating this person that people will accept in life, so you'll be accepted, then you'll have one group of friends, because they're there for that, everybody pretending each other. But when you decide to start to tell the truth, then you start to shed, because these people think you're a weirdo, and they say that you've lost the plot, and you don't know what you're talking about, and you should be in an asylum or whatever. Then you become alone. But this is where the strength, diamonds are created under huge pressures. Iron's forged in a furnace. You have to go alone, you have to go inside yourself and really truly see who you are, and start to speak your truth, and then you tell your truth first and foremost to yourself, and then you start to tell it to the world. And then you start to attract these people that are there for you, but they're waiting. Your next group of people and your next tribe is there waiting for you, but you have to sever the connection. You have to close a door before then you get that one. You can't, there is no playing on the fence. There's shutting doors, telling truths, and then seeing what happens. And I'm telling you, see, if you turn up every day and you tell the truth, you will have the adventure of your life. You will be distraught at certain things, but also through all the ashes and through all the chaos, something else starts to grow out of that. And that something else is the strongest version of you that there is, when you start to tell the truth to yourself and the truth to the world. That's really, truly who you are. So I believe it's all about being the strongest and
100%. And I think now, I mean,
authentic version.
you can get, I mean, YouTube take my videos down. I don't know how many strikes I've had. Virgin on, because they don't want, obviously, the disinformation thing, and the cancelling of people. But now I've noticed, even, when I post stuff, I used to get annihilated for 3 or 4 years ago, that far more people understand, and now I don't get nearly the same amount of abuse. So you just need to stand strong, and I see that. I see Malhotra's been having that, and Kate Shimarani, and it takes a lot of courage to stand up and speak and say, look, the tribal mentality, guys, you're going the wrong way. People want to defend the cognitive dissonance that what they believe they can't, it's and I think a lot of the time, people can't believe that there are actually evil people. It's like, yeah, we trust, right? But that's a democracy thing as well. Would they say 30 to 40 years into democracy, you're lulled into a false sense of security. So nobody thinks for a minute that the government or the NHS or Big Pharma doesn't have their best interests at heart. It's interesting times. And the press. My dad used to, the BBC, the news went on, took it as gospel, read the newspapers, took everything as gospel. It's like, yeah, it's so interesting as you start to go, oh wow, what did I fall for? So much. So, hi Nikki, hi Susan, hi Kelly. Friday night treat. How far we've travelled, yeah, absolutely. Right, so where were we?
We were on number 9, always tell the truth.
Yes, number 9, always tell the truth, yeah.
When you were just saying there about the world and about the evil things in it, the problem with the world, this is another quote for Einstein. I love this guy. I love him, Tesla. I just read Marcus Aurelius, just read their quotes. I think, wow, these people, this gold in such a wee short sentence. And it's something like this. The problem in the world is not the evil men in the world. It's the good people that stand by and do nothing and watch. Everybody's got an opportunity to make a choice and say, no, we're not accepting this. And be vocal. Start to tell people, we don't agree with what's going on here. Start to make a change, but make a change in your own community. No point in just complaining about stuff. I don't like this, I don't like that. If you're not doing anything about it, then shut up. Well, either do something about it. If you're going to complain about something, what are you doing about it? Ask everybody. They say, I don't like this, I'm not happy with this. Say, what are you doing about it? What are you actually doing? Are you just complaining? Or are you having intention? Well, let's see. Let's see some action. That's what life's about, action. No complaining and whining. I will hear not those who weep and complain, for their disease is contagious.
Yeah. It's a big saying of mine, no blaming, shaming, complaining. No. And even a GP actually said to me, she said, at least you're doing something about it, because obviously they get so much of that. And it's like, well, what are you prepared to do? It's and this is a big thing, from a Heal Scotland perspective, is like, we need to stand on our feet. We need to take responsibility and we need to take action. And that's what people can do with your 12 steps. Hi, Colin.
12 choices, 12 choices, 12 choices, 12 choices.
12 choices. 12 choices. Yeah, that's it. 12 choices.
Choose. Number 10, it's gratitude. Be grateful for life.
Yeah.
Every single one of us has got the opportunity again today to wake up. And far better people than me are no longer here, and they never got this opportunity. But we did every single day as a gift. And turn up, see what you can do, and see as a collective what we can do as we set intentions and saying no. We're not accepting this. We're going to change ourselves first and foremost, and then as you change yourself, start to have an effect on the wider world. But it starts in here. It starts with you turning up. If you've got a problem with something, go and do something about it, organising something, set up a group, just do something, go and speak to somebody about it, write an email, send it, but just take action. And be grateful for the opportunity that you can get to do this. That you can get to try and make a difference. You can get to come and collaborate with different people and trying to make something better and stronger for everybody rather than just a select few. And first and foremost for us, personally.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Number 11. Sorry, on you go.
No. I was just...
Number 11, don't take yourself too seriously.
Oh, yeah.
We have to have a joke with life. I believe I met the devil and I met God, and the devil told me this is his game. So if it's a game, we're here to play. And what happens when you play games? You have fun. And if you're not having fun, you need to ask yourself, why am I not having fun? What is it that I'm doing or causing in my own life to stop me, allowing me to have fun and enjoy this place? Because think of the magical land where we live. It's unbelievable. Every time I just look at it,
I know.
I believe it's an absolute miracle, every single thing I look at. I look at a tree or a leaf or anything, and I look at the unbelievable things that man makes, the creations. I'm sitting on Great Western Road and just looking at these amazing buildings everywhere that people create. We get this unbelievable gift every single day to come in this place and have fun, have a laugh, make people smile. Why not? You're here.
Yeah.
It's better to smile than to be frowning.
Well, that's very often I
My
say that to
belief.
people. Have you lost your sense of humour? And they go,
Mm.
yeah. And you know, I was up at my daughter's and my niece was there. She just come back from Canada. She's just about to turn 21. And what a laugh we had with her. And I was like, and it was so weird, right? Because I thought I've not belly laughed like this for so long. She's a real spirit and a character. And then I saw this, I wish I'd kept it, but just talking about how biologically you become younger by hanging out with younger people.
Mm.
And I was like, that's the thing to do, because they remind you they've not been battered by life yet.
Nah,
You
it's
know,
still
and
better.
it was just so, and I was actually saying that to my brothers, because three of my brothers were there as well. They'd been doing some bike race, and I was like, remember, this is what we used to laugh like every single time we were
Yeah.
together. And then yeah, you start taking it all too seriously, and it just seems to be part and parcel of getting older. But I'm refusing. I'm like, no, I'm having fun. That's it. It's the only way you can keep going. You'll be the same. All the stuff that you're doing and people needing help, etc. Is you've got to have fun.
Aye, definitely. I believe that the spirit of youth, I don't believe it's a thing to do with the age of you. It's an
Yes,
actual spirit. That's the spirit of life flowing through you, and people say, oh, that's youth that still invigorates you.
yeah,
Because you have fun, you have a laugh with life. You don't take why would you take yourself too serious? Because you identify with the role that you've created for yourself in society, and you believe, no, I can't do this because I'm this person, I've got this role and all that. Shut the fuck up. I'm allowed to swear on this.
yes.
But
Keep it real.
give yourself peace. Oh,
Uh-huh.
about the roles. You're a million different roles you've got in this place, and one of them can be a joker. Have a laugh. Why not? I sit there with a frown on your face when you can just have fun and smile, and then
Yeah,
start to. The reason why young people are so happy because they have fun. They don't take themselves too seriously. They have a laugh. They slag each other. They just do silly things. But then
yeah,
when you get to a certain point, you believe, no, I'm too serious for this, or I'm this role, and get yourself peace, have a laugh, don't take yourself too seriously. And then number 12 is believe. Believe. Believe that you can do anything that you choose in your life. Honestly, truly believe this. I didn't believe that I could sing, that I could talk, public speaking, that I could do half the things I do now. But after I had an experience and I started to let things go, let go of anger and everything in my life, I just started to transform these abilities that you thought were beyond you and that people had told you you could never accomplish this or achieve this. Bang, I just started to achieve these things religiously every single week. I just started training myself to do something new, something new, something new, and I accomplished it. I started to become competent at it, and then I started to teach it. I started to embody it, and then bang, next thing, next thing.
yeah.
This is it. Just believe. This is You have no idea the power that we have here. Human beings have not one iota. They can't fathom the power that they've got here.
I know, I know, I know.
Start to believe this. Start to test. Do you test that? I'm like a scientist, a doctor, because I do experiments every single day. I do experiments on myself, and I go, can I do this? And I start to envision these things, and I start to study different practices and understand that we can create anything in this place, anything at all. But it starts with belief. Starts
Yeah,
with belief. If you
yeah,
don't believe it,
absolutely.
well, good luck.
Well, I was just doing I did a theta healing course, and
Mhm.
you get a book with it, and I started reading it, and it's just all the stuff that we've been talking about, and why people get stuck. And obviously, I tend to work with people that have been diagnosed terminal, and it's the emotional stuff, it's the limiting beliefs, the whatever they may be, and basically it's inhibiting the flow of energy, which is why the healing's not happening. But that's the area I find that people don't really want to visit. I can change my diet, I can move, I can do yoga, but let's get in you need to be transparent. It's happened to one of my close friends recently. I'm like, you need to be radically, brutally honest with me, because we need to make sure there is no limiting beliefs in your subconscious that could possibly inhibit this flow of energy. And that's like all your choices you're talking about there lead you to that place where you just have to, who are you lying to anyway? You're not lying to your cells. They know everything. They're carrying it. The body is holding the score. You're just kidding yourself on by looking the other way. It's like, everything's fine here. Like you were saying, it's like, just be vulnerable, be honest, and then the energy can just move.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know if you know, there's a study that people that were either on death row that risked either being in prison for life or being executed. And when they told the truth, when they confessed, which is, I think, the whole thing around confession, their heart, their energy field went, completely relaxed and went into tune. So it wasn't about what you'd done; it was about the acknowledgement of, yes, I did that. So that to me was really huge. Even when you knew that the kind of counter side of that could be that you would be taken out, it was still, the body needs to, secrets as well. I've talked to, some of my clients about that, and on the retreats, keeping secrets. I'm not saying go out and do a Facebook Live and, tell everybody everything, not that. But you can't keep the ball underwater for, because again, it's just like you were saying, so much energy to keep it under the water, and eventually sometime it's going to bounce up. And then we're wasting all that energy, aren't we, that we could be doing with for our day-to-day lives. That's Kelly saying, Paul, since knowing you, I swear you make so much sense, and defo opened up my mind. That's magic. That's what we need. Loads of open minds. Happy days.
And what we're asking everybody, all your followers, anybody that gets sent this, is on Monday, we're going to start to do it as a collective. We have 250 people. We have April Street Feet. The whole dance school is doing it. We're getting other people. There's another group involved. I'm forgetting, and April's get her dancers with all different classes, different days. I think the college, there's a team in the college, or the college class, that works at April's studio. They're going to do it. We've got tons of people all over the world. People worldwide are going to be doing this with us. People that join from Australia, that want to become instructors on the programme. People from everywhere, all over the world. And let's do something collectively. Let's create a trend, make a movement with this, and let's see what the power that people can channel into themselves for change, to make themselves happier, stronger versions of who they are. Because that version of you there, it's just for you to let go of this disbelief that it's there. Let go of the shame and the guilt. Let go of the judgment and the anger and the vengeance they've got towards anybody, and just let that all go. Shed that jacket and just step forward, strong, confident and happy, and positive version of yourself.
For anybody watching this or watching this in replay, they go to the Insta I've put the link in the box, but it's Badguru World on Instagram. And badguru.world from there.
Yes, and on where the website's being finished right now, badguru.world website, and we'll have the website up and running soon, and we'll have details of retreats, of the products that we're making, of the different programs, the instructor training. So everything's going to be on this website, and it'll be up and running in the next couple of weeks. And we'll be ready. And Lilia from Heal Scotland, she's going to be doing the programme as well with us. So morning and night, the process is we just ensure that we're making this religious. We're really trying to integrate it into our lives and embody this, and then see what happens with the energy, the change inside your body that's going to happen when you start to embody these practices and do them religiously all the way through. Start to train yourself to breathe into your stomach. You turn up a different person, shed the stress and the fear, and turn into a warrior.
And make it easy. Make it effortless and fun. Awesome. Right. That's well, listen, thank you so much. I'm sorry to interrupt your walk.
Apologies for being late always.
No, it's totally fine. I knew you'd be away distracted by nature somewhere. Um, so listen, have a great weekend and I'll see you on Monday.
Okay, perfect. Have a lovely weekend, Lily. Thank you so much.
You too, darling.
Have a lovely
Ciao,
day.
ciao.
Bye.